Right, ledges. Can everybody hear me? And can you all see Prime XBT website? Let's get audio confirmed and we'll begin. Good. How's everybody? Hope you all had a good weekend. It was a bit of a busy weekend with the markets, but let's see if we can make sense of it. So let's get the disclaimer and stuff out of the way. So welcome once again for Bitcoin for Ledges live stream. Before we start, just want to say thanks to our partner Prime XBT for making it happen. They're the ones that sponsor the show. So if you like what you see, give them a follow and use the link in the description using code TraderSZ promo code once you've signed up in the settings area. And you get $7,000 on your deposit bonus. Obviously, terms and conditions. Nothing in this video constitutes financial advice, so make sure you consult a financial professional before embarking with your capital. Okay, so now that's done with, let's get stuck in. So, what do we have first? We're going to start with the Bitcoin chart, okay? We're going to go over last week and quickly, briefly go over last week and see what's happening. Now you're dropping right now. Is it over? I don't know. Possibly. Had my plan, wait for my trigger, and we'll see what the market gives us. So last week, 1 second. Excuse me. There we go. 1 second. Here we go. What for last week's charts? So last week we were. Oh no, last time. Sorry, I lost my chart for this one. Which one is it? I had 2 Bitcoin charts. 1 second. Let me find the other one. Here we go. Here we go. I was thinking where the fuck's it gone. So we were down here. Oh, wasn't this one? Was it this one? I've actually lost my chart, for fuck's sakes. No, that's no wonder, big man. Here we go. Wrong chart, sorry about that. Last week, we were here. And I said, if we break down, so scenario 1 was, it was here, and if you deviate back above, that would be in the long, towards there. Scenario 2 was, if it breaks down this level, and gets to the blue box, then that's a shorting opportunity. Down, nearly to target 1, but that was enough to take profit. Rallied again, that still held as resistance, and then target 1, and then it went further down. Didn't quite get to mid-range, but good enough to take some profits, and that was that done. Okay, so all these levels we've marked out from last week. Okay, so what do we do now is the question. So what I'm looking for is a setup now. I personally think we possibly bounce, but I could be wrong. Now, why am I saying a possible bounce? Now, this is going to lead me on to ES. Remember what I said on to ES? For a possible bounce scenario, I would want to see the 2021 low hold. If you remember from last week, okay, we spoke about this. Coming into here, I actually tweeted about it. And I said possibly what we're going to see is, we're going to see this hold, and if it starts holding his bullishness, then I think we push up. It's a major level, and this is more like profit taking. Okay, I think it's a bear market rally. I think globally, macro wise, I don't think anything's changed. Rates are being high, liquidity is being withdrawn, Fed's quantitative tightening. Overall, I'm not convinced. Okay, something has to change. You know, people are struggling to even pay bills. You know, put food on the table, energy prices going up. Overall bearish, until proven otherwise. So if this bounces, the next targets are going to be obviously here, I mentioned, and possibly gap fill there. So today, I mean, obviously it's a bank holiday in the US, so I'd be careful. But it's reclaiming back above here. So you'll see how tomorrow goes. But I think as long as we don't make a clean break below here, I think we should push up towards a gap fill, at least towards this level, and then possibly towards there. So usually, if equities push up, okay, Bitcoin pushes up with it. So what I'll be looking for will be possibly, okay, these are our key SR levels for Bitcoin. So if you look at Bitcoin, naturally we do get a reaction off of a previous all-time high, okay, or a key SR level. Whether that's sustained or not, I don't know, but we do get some sort of reaction, profit taking, etc. I think it's more of a profit taking short squeeze that may unfold. So I'll be waiting for that. Now that does not necessarily mean, oh, I'm gonna long it here. Okay, I'm waiting now. So what we've had here is, okay, bounce. Now short term, that is two scenarios. One is like a double bottom formation, goes up from there, maybe towards here. Okay, and then this squeeze higher, I don't know. Scenario 2 is a trend continuation where we've got a range marked out, and I'm gonna mark it out like this. So possibly something like this. Mark something like that. Doesn't really matter. Or we can go with this one here. That's the initial low, right? And that was like a deviation. Once you got support, deviation, couldn't sustain it. Once it broke back, then that was the short. Similar here, it's holding that as resistance. So two scenarios. One is the trend continuation. So no matter what happens here, whether it's this or whether it's this, scenario is you wait. Once it reclaims resistance, becomes support, then that's your long. I'll go for a more conservative target first around here, and we'll treat this as our range high. Okay, so mid-range is first target, and then range high as second target. Okay, so remember that. Scenario 2 is, well, do we have a support around here? Well, we clearly do. We've got a lower time. This is for trend continuation. Now, I don't want to blindly long trend frame and say, okay, let's draw back in our levels. Okay, we're about that key support, previous all-time high. I want some confirmation. I want market tell me. So one scenario is for trend continuation is low of the day. So one is we'll run low of the day, okay, then deviate back above it, and if you hold, that's a level to level play. Target 1, and then target 2 would be approximately, well, let's just go for previous day's high as target 2. Target 1, target 2. That is a range play. Is that better? I don't know, so sorry about that. What about now? Is that better? Oh, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there. Otherwise, a bit faulty to get a new one. Better? Okay. So which part did you hear me up to? What did you hear me up to? Let me just repeat that last part. The last one is the last one was, so let me just quickly go over that. So we got that KSR previous all-time high, and if we deviate it, get back above. So take the low of the day. Since we took out stops here, the stops will be resting here short term. If we deviate and hold, well, based on invalidation and key higher time from SR, well, cut below this would be invalidation. You cut it quick, and target 1, target 2, and that is range play within here. Okay, and then the trend continuation is, like I mentioned, if it makes a clean break and hold above here, then we start going towards here. First target 1 around here, and then maybe here. Target 1 around here. Okay, and then target 2 here. These are just range playing. The other one is, well, what if it just finds support here? I mean, even if I was to long it here, okay, well, I'll probably have an invalidation there then. But if it was to break below here and start breaking down, I'll look to cut it way before that. Okay? And then we'll see if it comes towards here for another play. Yes, I will be going over Ethereum as well. Okay? So that is valid. Now, if I want to increase the odds here of the long, then what I'll be looking for is I'll probably wait a bit and say, okay, we have taken some short-term stops. I mean, I'm just not comfortable here. It makes more sense to run these lows. This has come down that low. I'd wait, maybe, establish some support. And then if it was to go back above, maybe go for a long like that. Maybe back towards here, and then possibly towards here then. Okay, does that make sense? Let's get the likes up. Over 1,000 of you here. It might go up, it might go down. Oh god, I don't know. Another one. Whoever says it might go up, it might go down. Kick them out. Done. Okay, that's that. So we wait now and see. But if I was to punt it here, I'd probably do half size here, and then the remainder half, and a reclaim back above here. Otherwise, the full position will go on above the break, above the range high. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going for it for now. As for shorts, well, what we're gonna see is, well, what's key support as well here. So if I look at this from a naked chart perspective, okay, I will be willing for price, because this is a separate range now. I would be willing for price to come to here, okay, and that would go with a stop run of low of day. If it was to come here and then go back above, and I'm happy for a long there towards there. Okay. Now, if it was to break down, okay, I'd want a short support turn resistance. And before that, what would be my target? I'd be targeting towards here first. At what point would I short? Cleaning breakdown below here. As you can see, resistance, 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 deviation, support. But this has holder support. If it breaks and holds below, then that's my short. Target 1. And then possibly target 2, target 3 here. Okay, but that would be the main target. And then after that, maybe bringing back in the mid-range towards here. Now, when would I take that as a separate trade? Again, I'm still treating it as level to level. So what I would do is mark this part. Oh, fuck you. It would have to be probably a clean break below here. So what I would want to see, probably a bounce, breaks below here and holds towards mid-range. Okay, and then after mid-range, we've got, again, I'm approaching from a level to level play. I'm not too fussed about other types of plays for now, because the way ES is looking, if I believe it's going to bounce. Now, if ES somehow gets smashed and starts breaking below here, I would really start shorting this hard. Okay, but for now, that would be it. Now, the next swing trade would be below the level to level. Where are the next range levels? Now, I went over how I mark these range levels, okay? I've gone over this before. So, I would set possibly a target, I'd say this high here, 12448. I actually think here. How about this consolidation here? So, for whatever reason, it starts going lower and I miss it, that's not a problem. That mid-range will help us get into the market. Okay, so what I would want to see now, why is the mid-range here important? All these levels have been gone over in the last stream, so make sure you watch that. But the mid-range here, see that there? Resistance, massive support, big rally. So if for whatever reason I miss this, let it bounce, and then I'll short support become resistance. Hello TraderSZ, hello Chase. And then from there, that's a nice move towards there. Okay, I'll be going towards that target next. If you want to front run it a bit, maybe take some off here first, and then take some off there. Okay, and those are my targets. Well, if you watch my streams, you'll know how I trade. Watch the streams, you figure it out. Okay, I always go over and make it clean, and that's it. So whatever reason I missed this, that's fine. I usually don't get the whole move. At least I get my portion. This will be more higher probability than playing it short from here, in my opinion. Okay, so that's what I would go for. Yep, that's about it. That's about it for Bitcoin. As for extended targets, how far could it go? I really have no clue. I'd be timing the top with Bitcoin. I mean ES. Okay, so what I would do is, I mean, level to level, this 22.9 range level to here would be the ultimate target. And then what I would then do is, if it gets here, okay, and starts holding above that, that's a separate play from there towards there. What is that level? That's that key swing low here, isn't it? And then after that, if it reclaims back above here, key support, play level to level, let it establish itself. If you establish and holds, then target 1 and target 2. All I'm doing, these are the levels. If it breaks and holds above the level, I'm in. This is KSR anyway. So this is why I wouldn't look for shorts unless this reclaims. So if I want to long it here, I'm not saying I'm taking it long. I'm not saying I'm taking it long, but just to show how I would do it. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but I'm not gonna say. Based on clear invalidation, based on this being a key SR level, okay, that would be fair to say. Okay, and if I get stopped, well, I'm gonna look to switch my buyers. I wouldn't want to get stopped, but unless it's a one candle nuke, okay, unless it's a one candle nuke, then that's fine. It gives me opportunity. Short the fucker towards here, because you can't rule out something like this either. Okay, so to avoid that, and you're unsure, just let it get back above here, and if you can get back above here, breaks above and holds. That's your long towards there. Invalidation, whatever the swing low is, that took it above. And simple as that. Okay? And that's all I'm looking at. I'm keeping it simple. I'm not going in with that's my target, this is my target. No, this is it. And that's it. Keep it simple. Level to level. Everybody clear with that? Does that make sense? Before I continue, I'm going to go for a quick piss. Okay? So I'm back. Okay. Now, everybody's pumping this on stream, aren't they? Go for a quick piss. Can everybody hear me? Okay. So, that's done. Nothing more to say. We're going forward. Okay? Clear? Good. Man, if this marks the bottom, fucking hell. So, now to continue. FUSD. Similar thing. I've gone over the higher time frame top down already. There is no need to repeat that. Okay? So, on the daily. Now, if you remember, I drew out the range levels already. I will not repeat it because it's in the last stream and we'll just be wasting time. But we marked this out. This was, go to the yearly, 2021 high. to 2021 low, 2021 mid range there. Then we had from there, I know there's a lot of levels, okay, but it's all in the last stream. This is the midpoint between the mid range and 2021 low, and then that was the midpoint between that, and then that was the midpoint between that. Okay, so what race? What do you mean what race? So it came down and it hit our targets for the short and pushed up. Again, similar with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin at support, this must be at support as well. So we've got support, deviation. If it's going to go up, same as Bitcoin, violation, run the stops here. Scenario 2 is you get even violation. It starts breaking down below here. Cut it. Okay. If I draw, you watch the videos, you'll know why. Because mid range, to get to the range high, you gotta go to the mid range. The mid range is often hit. So that's that simple as that. So it's up to you which one you take. As long as we don't make a clean break, so probably place a hard stop here. Scenario 2 could be possibly like a deeper pullback, double bottom style scenario. This is for bullishness. Okay, please after me now. What you guys done? What I would do is I'd wait as a key soft flip down here. If it comes in and then reclaims, have your targets ready. So possibly around here as first target, level to level towards here. If it comes into here, starts finding resistance, start cutting it, then wait for a reclaim back above here, and then smash that fucker. Target 1, target 2. Done. If we break below, as for shorts, I mean, I would feel more comfortable shorting if I move back toward previous all-time high area. So that's previous all-time high. Okay, so if it was to run up, again, I'm gonna time it with Bitcoin, I'm gonna time it with ES. I can't say where's the high gonna be. We could get a scenario where we do something like this on a naked chart. We do something like it. There's no reason why we can't squeeze back into here. Okay, we go towards here, maybe deviate, and then I still believe 2021 low should be taken and smash towards here. Now, from a trending market, how does the market trend? It does this. It doesn't necessarily give you a full pullback you want all the time. So anticipate lower levels. So what you do is you watch it, you time it with ES, you look at what Bitcoin is doing, and if we start breaking down from there, then you know we gotta step in. So earlier levels before that lines up with previous all-time high. Before even it got to this stage, okay, it would be around here. So one would be a possible scenario would be squeeze into above previous all-time high. It gets back below. I think that should mark a possible top. Watch what Bitcoin is doing. Watch what ES is doing. And even then, you don't have to hold the move. Play level to level. If it bounces, cut it. And if it breaks down, level to level. And then level to level. All the way down. You don't need to hold. If it gives you, you know how to get back in. If you know how to get back in, it should be okay. Is that understood? So if I make it clean like this, you got your ranges. So if it does like a deviation of range high and gets back below, short level to level. If it comes in find support, cut it. Level to level, like I mentioned. And that is it. Okay? And that's about it. How low could it go? I don't worry about how low it could go. I keep smashing it until I'm convinced. But like I said, I'll probably time with FBTC. So looking at FBTC, I maintain my view, okay, of FBTC, possibly something like this. Okay, so maybe a squeeze below here in towards this consolidation. And then if it reclaims, I think that's the low end. And then probably push it towards here first. TraderSZ. And then back towards there. And then we'll see how far it goes. But if it comes into here, I'll probably start looking for F low. Well, Bitcoin not, but it's just based on FBTC. Macro view, I still remain bullish. Macro view, okay? If you got $300, don't trade. If you got $300, step away. Go back to work. Learn how to trade. Do demo trading. And once you know how to demo trade, then stop playing. Don't trade. You're not gonna do nothing with $300. You're gambling. There's no room for gamblers here. Now, at what point do I think, as for the shorts, I mean, how high could this jump? It could jump quite high. I mean, we haven't done much, but this KSR level here. So if it does something like this, then and then Bitcoin tops out, Ethereum tops out, and that would be the better play. The deviation back below KSR, short target 1, target 2, and then we'll see if it goes lower. Okay, and that is it for FBTC. Is everybody clear with that plan? Does that make sense? Let's see if that Bitcoin holds. Be a nice trade. But either way, if it doesn't, you know the plan for the long side, and you know where the shorters are. Now let's go to ES. Like I said to you, if you're ES, I'm just gonna briefly go over it. Basic view for ES is these are 2021 lows. I personally think if we top out for some reason around here, okay, the next downside target would be previous all-time high. Well, not previous all-time high, but that's the COVID high. Okay, and after that, I don't know. I mean, could it come all the way back down into here? I honestly don't know. I'm going to have to take it level to level, okay? But what I would say is, if it doesn't give me the rally I want, okay? You got to remember, right? You got to remember. These markets, if it's a sustained bear market, it will give you big rallies. For example's sake, look at this. Everybody convinced this was low in, makes a new low. And especially with this, oh, look, higher high, maybe a higher low, and get smashed down. Same thing again. Get smashed to new lows. So even I thought it was going to come here. I wanted there, but as soon as it got back below here, I had to accept game over. Okay? So in this scenario, if it's going to be really weak, then what you would do is let it get back below 2021 low, break and hold below, then that's a trigger, and cut it a clean, reclaim back above 2021 low, you're targeting there. Short term, if that does hold, then all I know is target 1, target 2, and if it holds and reclaims back above here, head towards target 1, target 2. The mid-range is something I'm eyeing for a possible top, maybe a squeeze into there. So if it does, some ideal scenario would be looking at, and this is a big squeeze. Now, I say that, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Again, this is just, actually, let's not get there, but this is what I was hoping for. I doubt we'd get it, okay? I doubt we'd get it, but if we did somehow do that, that would be a mega short for me to new lows. I don't know if it's going to happen. But we'll leave that for now. For now, the main thing is we're holding 2021 low, which is giving Bitcoin support as well. And if it starts pushing up from here, and if this is the low, then Bitcoin should rally as long as this holds, in my opinion. Unless there's some other reason behind Bitcoin, which I don't know about. So does that make sense? And that's about it. So I hope that made sense. I'm going to keep it straight to the point. The levels are clear. There's no need to repeat loads of stuff. If you don't know what these levels are, watch the previous stream. I laid it out in detail. So as long as those levels hold, I'm going to make it quick. Straight to the point. There's no reason to fuck about or make things fancy. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video. Leave a comment what you'd like to see next time. We'll take it from there. Use the link in the description. Prime XPT one. It helps support the streams. If you want to keep it going, then you'll have to use it. If not, that's fine as well. At least leave a like. I'll catch you guys next week. Bye bye.